And tag sags, coach. I know it has been long, but what do you think about the hand you've been dealt here with the offensive line talent?
We got a lot of talent. Not as deep as we need to be, so we're developing some depth right now. We're going to count on. We got one freshman in right now who's in the mix to play. We've got three more coming in, and so we're getting better. But we lost some experienced guys, and we have Mike's out of spring, so we're missing him. And so we really only have two guys with much experience that are playing right now. So we're trying to get five guys, playing together, all at the same time, doing the same things. Communicating has got to get better. Our center makes a lot of calls, and having a new guy in there, we struggle a little bit there, but we're making progress. We're certainly further ahead right now than we were when we started. I think from a technique standpoint, we've adjusted some things from a technical standpoint, and I like the improvement we've made in those areas.
Brent Zorneman, Houston Chronicle. As the running game coordinator, how does that work with Clarence McKinney and Jake Spavital in terms of how y'all?
Title's probably more important than what actually goes on. I've been some different places, done some different things offensively, and so I've been able to interject some ideas. Obviously, as you watch practice, we haven't made wholesale changes, but we've made some adjustments and some things that we're doing, and so we've got really good coaches on the offensive side, and I think just a few adjustments can help us develop a little bit better in the run game than when maybe what we were in the past.
Sam Conn, ESPN.com. What are the biggest traits you want and characteristics you want your group to have?
I think mental and physical toughness is the first thing. I want guys that you need to understand in a spread offense, you still have to have a physical presence, and so we're putting a lot of emphasis on coming off the ball, sustaining blocks, blocking through the whistle, just being much more physical up front, and so accountability is a big thing, and group unity is huge because we're going to play. We got what we do. We need five guys all on the same page every play, because there could be seven guys potentially to block, and we got to get the five most dangerous on every snap. And so our communication is extremely vital.
Gabe Bach, Texags, Dave, what have you seen through the tackle?
I feel good. GI has played both sides. Avery, Genesee's played both sides. They've improved their technique. They're playing with better hands, feet. We're still, working on some things with speed rush and those type of things in our sets, but they've made good progress up to this point in time. And again, it's hard because we do a lot of different things from a schematic standpoint, and it's not just all in the tackles. And so, we got some young guards in there playing. We got two kids right now that neither one of them took a snap this year. Joe was out of practice, so we played two guys that haven't played at this level yet. We got a center in there that hadn't taken a snap yet at this level. So, we're working through some growing pains right now.
Coach Robert Sessa, Bryan College Station Eagle, your finished running product, the way you see it, is it going to be similar to another spread offense out there, or is it going to have its own unique characteristics?
There's some similarities in zone plays, but I think there's going to be some unique characteristics in what we do and how we block some of our plays. There's some things that I've done in the past. I take some stuff from what we did when I was at Missouri, and we first started running a spread offense there, and we had some wrinkles we added at Wyoming. And a few of those things that we utilized, and we added some things at Utah, and so just a few elements from each of those areas will make it somewhat unique. Now, for the normal fan, they may not understand, but there certainly will be some adjustments in what we're doing.
I got a follow-up. What about Cal Allen as far as your quarterback? How do you see your quarterback in the run game, and specifically Cal?
The quarterback everywhere I've been, for the most part, has not been a great dynamic runner. What he's been able to do is when they don't honor him, he can get some positive yards. And so you can utilize the quarterback to be a blocker just by, carrying out the fake and then pulling the ball and running it once in a while. We had a lot of success around the football at Missouri. Chase Daniel didn't carry it a lot. Same thing when I was at Wyoming. We ran the ball pretty well. Quarterback didn't carry it a ton, but, the threat of him pulling it and keeping it will certainly, adds a dimension to what you're doing offensively.
Any major technique changes or habits you've had to break with your group as you've acclimated in here?
Yeah, we've had to balance up some stances, had to work on our hand placement. We had to tighten that up. We were really wide with our hands. We made a conscious effort to work on that, getting better inside hand placement and playing with better pad level. But those are probably the main things that we've been trying to emphasize.
How much three-point stance are we going to see from your group today?
Inside guys will be in a three-point most of the time. Outside guys will have the option of getting into it in certain times during the game, but for the most part they'll be up.
What were your impressions of Coach Sumlin's offense from a distance as you surveyed it, and then?
Well, very impressed. I've watched over the years, and I remember specifically I had no idea I'd ever be at Texas A&M, and I'm watching them on television going, wow, wouldn't it be nice to coach those guys? Pretty special, and liked a lot of the things they did. Didn't know a lot of the guys here, but obviously I stole a few concepts from them, as I have from a ton of people, and very impressed with them. They were extremely explosive, in the Johnny Manziel days when I had an opportunity to see them, and very impressed.
Was it tough to make that decision to leave Utah at that point for this job?
No, this is an elite job, probably one of the top 5 jobs in the country. My goal as a coach is to coach at the highest level in college football, to have an opportunity to recruit and coach the best players, and have an opportunity to be at a place where you have a chance legitimately to compete for a national championship. In order to do that, you got to have the commitment from the administration, and we had it here, and so it was a simple decision to come here.
Are you enjoying the heat, Dave?
This is great. I love it. I'm tired of snow, I can tell you that, so I can take the heat.
As you've tried to develop depth, which players in particular, younger or inexperienced guys, have stood out to you so far this spring?
We made a lot of progress, because we have so many young guys. But Genesee's done a nice job in there for us. Keaton Sutherland's playing at guard, and he's doing a nice job. Really happy with Stuckey, moved into center. I got here, and I was told Mike Matthews was injured, and JJ was injured, and nobody on the team had snapped the ball. And it was like, well, I think in a spread offense, you got to be able to get a snap back to practice. And so, we had 2 guys, Coda Martin and Stuck, are both snapping and never had snapped before spring. And so, real pleased with the effort and they've made to step in there and help the team. Cheek's making some progress. He's playing better. GI's doing a great job from a leadership standpoint, improving on some technique. London's doing a great job for us at guard, and he's another young guy, junior college guy that sat out last year and is making good improvement also.
Couple more. Sound good?
How close are you to? I know it's still early and we're still in the spring, but do you feel like you're getting a good feel on who your group may be come fall?
I don't know if I'm quite there yet. I'm getting some ideas on what guys' strengths and weaknesses are and what we need to continue to work on. I would hate to put any label on a starting 5 at this point in time. I think we've got a lot of competition ahead of us still, and a lot of development. And there may be a player that's second, third team guy right now that may start in the fall. Certainly want to give them every opportunity to develop. We've got a long summer of training and training camp to develop, and so I think we've got good competition. When you have players, you're going to create competition, and that's what gives you a chance to be good.
How's Mike Matthews done on the mental side of things, just being involved?
Yeah, phenomenal. He got in today, just through a walkthrough, and made every call, never missed a beat, was right on every single one, was right on all the new terminology. He was spot on. So I'm really looking forward to getting him out there, because he can communicate and control all 5 guys.
Probably haven't had a chance to enjoy it much, but your impressions at College Station?
I love it.
Visited here before. So.
I've been down here before, but I got a house. We've moved in, and really enjoy the community, and haven't had a chance to do a lot of things. I focus on football, but it's been great.